bit. SC's been a nice pusher too. I think this one's going to still got more upside to it. Right now it's just grinding along. So when you see something like this, it's just grinding along. What you want to go in for is some type of red to green push on this thing. If it starts to hold. If it doesn't go red to green, then I'd probably just leave this thing alone. Labu looks pretty good here. You know, you got a nice kind of 2-day pullback after the run to 66. It's just holding over the 9 EMA. That's, you know, that's fine, right? We want to see that kind of just nice, easy. We want to see that kind of nice, easy pullback on these kind of plays. Just be mindful that, you know, if this old low of 59 doesn't hold, what's up, Tricky Travie? If this 9 EMA doesn't hold, then we've got to just let this thing loose. Robbie Mack, what's up? Riley, how you doing? Jimmy, what's up? Mr. Gavros, I haven't seen you in weeks. What's going on? ¿Cómo estás? 59 is going to be your sweet spot on that thing. For you little small cap hookers, this DSS actually had a pretty nice breakout yesterday, just holding over this 150. You are having a little bit of a weak open. This is going to be another one. Like if this thing comes and stays above 150 and goes red to green today, you may get a secondary push on it. You only got 11 million share float. Not my particular cup of tea, but I know some of you guys are just degenerates and need to get your fix on these things. And so we're going to get you your fix, right? We can get you your little penny popper fix and get this thing going. So watch this thing for the red to green. At that point, we're good to go. Tricky, man, you live like right by me. I've never seen anybody that lives in town and then says they're going to cruise by and learn something, and they don't even come by. See you tomorrow. CVNA. I know you ain't got shit to do either. CVNA, nice flag breakout yesterday. This is actually specialty retail stocks. I'm not sure why it moves so well. But you want to see this kind of action here. Like, notice how it breaks out, pulls back to 9. You get, like, nice $2, $3 rips on this thing. That's the kind of action you want to see. Like, when you look at particular stocks, you always want to think about not necessarily just, you know, pure percentages, but range, right? Range is more important than percentage. Like, a stock can just gap up and then sit around all day, but it would show it's up 20%, right? What we want to see is, does it actually, like, once the market opens, does it have the range that it needs? And, like, when it bounces off support, right? Like, can you get $1 or $2 really quickly, right? That's what I always want to know. Like, if I hit a pullback to the 9 EMA, can I rip $1 real quick, right? Because that's like that's our sweet spot of, you know, when we're trading. If you put $1 in my pocket, I'll take it. And you can see, like, even nice push on the VWAP and stuff like that. So I like the way this thing moves. You're getting a slightly flat open here, but I think this one should have some upside. You had about 30-40% volume expansion yesterday. C-Trip was the play of the plays yesterday, or one of them. Guys in the chat room all day, you guys did a good job. Dutch, shredding this thing. And this is as clean as they get, right? That's the type of play you want to look at. Like when you're thinking about day trading and stuff like that, right? If you can get a clean, crisp, tight pattern, those tend to move much more smooth. So you got this nice push yesterday. Now we'll see what happens on a day two. You're opening slightly weak. This is one of those ones. If we go red to green and then we take out 43, then we'll know that we're having a continuation. If we don't, then it's going to be 50-50. Cron was another big one yesterday. You know, you had finally this kind of triple tapper breakout, you know, that really aligned on multiple time frames. You know, that's when you're going to get the perfect trade, right? If you can get a trend line break on the daily that kind of coincides with your intraday, and you're not going to get like a cleaner intraday pattern than really that, right? The tightness of it. This in general has always been a good trader for us. In the chat room, probably in the last 6 months, this has been probably one of our top plays that we've been playing every day. Red to green, and you had a $3 range, $20 stock. That's pretty good. We're having a flat open on this one too. I think this one, it looks to me like, you know, it's coming for all its highs over here at 25. That's what it looks like. You know, whether it happens today or whether it happens tomorrow or in the next couple days, it has to be on your list because it's ready to go and then AMRN also, right? We've got a nice flat top breakout form in here. I mean, this thing is just testing. We're getting close. 23.25 is like really where your sweet spot is on this bad boy. Love to see this thing go. Let me get rid of some of this junk. Also keep Huya on watch too. I mean, that thing, the range on this thing was sick yesterday. I mean, you had $6 range on this, and you had clean plays. You know, I know some of you guys missed the initial push, but it had secondary breakouts that were definitely playable. You know, and that happens. Like, you know, sometimes you'll miss the initial push, but like start to see what happens like kind of midday if it starts to flag out. I think this one may have another day in it too. But don't be surprised. I wouldn't go gangbusters on these things right like opening tip, because we've seen these things like in the past, like you have this hot day and then they just dump. BPTH, you're already seeing, let's see here, 55% move pre-market. You know, the float on this is at this point maybe less than 1 million, give or take. I think you're going to have some action on this. You know, your old high's 885. It could get up there today at some point. I wouldn't, you know, chase this thing right at the open, but let the range set. You know, if you see how it moves, how it's moved in the past, you know, there will be secondary opportunities. You don't have to necessarily chase the thing. You know, you'll have dips and things that you can hit. So just wait for the range to set at the open. That's always the best case in small caps. If you're really fast, you can go on your 1 minute chart and try to shred something at the open, but it leaves yourself open to like shakeouts, and you leave yourself open to just getting smacked down. I'd rather let the range set, see if it starts to hold over that VWAP, and then let it kind of build and then break out. It's just an easier play. If you're nimble, you can go the other way, of course. But I've got I know 6 traders that are nimble enough to pull it off, and ain't none of you guys one of them. All Day Mike, because he's really skinny and short. So he's got the reason he's so fast is that his fingers, I mean, they're like half the size of mine, but they're also half, skinnier. So he's really able to trade small caps fast. But otherwise, very few people can do it. Zaman can do it too because he's, he's like that Indian guy in Street Fighter. He's just got... BJ, nah, store looks okay if it stays under 60. If it stays under 60 and starts to build, I think you're good to go. Otherwise, leave this thing go. Cool. I think that is it. Hey, Mr. Tang, what's up, baby? Let me see. I didn't see Bazoom. What are you guys watching over here? Robbie, yeah, I know you got all these Chinese stocks. I mean, it's almost like you are Chinese. You always got the Chinese stocks on watch. Let's see, Bazoon. Yeah, Bazoon's starting to creep. I'd keep that on your list too. I forgot about this one. Yeah, Roku looks okay, but it's not very tight at the moment. If it gets over 70, you may get a push on it. It's kind of a daily trader at this point. I'd keep an eye on that kind of 70 mark. If you start the ORB around there, I think that one, it's more of a grinder at this point. I would have liked the one big pullback, but we're not necessarily getting it. And guys, all the Chinese stocks all look the same, right? So IQ Huya, Bazoon, C-Trip. So, one begets the other. All their charts are very similar. So Riley, that could definitely be something that you put on the list and keep going. I focused on the list because there's a lot of movers. So what you want to really do is rank these bad boys, right? What are going to be your top plays, and really focus in on when you make a big long list. Then you want to see pre-market, which ones are moving around the best, and then you want to focus on the list on the setups that you particularly trade well, along with the prices and floats that are more in your niche. And that's what you want to hit first, right? At the open, you always go red to green. If it doesn't go red to green, if it spikes up, you go ORB. If it spikes up and pulls back, you go quick pullback buy to the 9 or 20 EMA. And just keep that really simple with your watch list, and you guys be good to go. Faux show. All right. Yes, somebody did mention it. Yes, we do have an event in Dallas. So if anybody's in Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, I believe it's the end of the month. I'll be in Dallas for the week. So if anybody wants to roll out, we'll do some trading and some teaching and some drinkings and all that kind of fun stuff. I think the last time we were in Dallas, we had, 5-day boot camp or whatever. But this will just be a 2-day, maybe like 8 hours a day kind of thing. But you're going to get a lot of juice out of it. So you let me know if you guys are going to be in town, and we'll have ourselves a little pizza party. All right, trade well today. You know where I'll be.